Hello. This is like my millionth time going through this. I keep making it really long, and I'm pretty sure this is probably going to end up being fairly long, but I want to keep it under 10 minutes. So I apologize if this is long. Um, I've been wanting, I just, excuse my lighting. It's the middle of the night. Yeah, whatever. I've been busy lately I do stage crew. For a local theater place right now, and we're doing the Music Man. And I've just been packed busy, and this is the time where I can make one. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I don't care. It's time to do one. I want to not just leave my channel, like, make an intro video and then not make any videos. So, there we go. The topic I want to do is something that's kind of been on my mind lately, and that's depression. Excuse my constant hair fidgeting. I do that. So, depression. I guess to start off, depression is something that I feel people don't take very seriously. They look at it like you'll just get over it. I've heard the saying, you wouldn't say it's just cancer, get over it. And I feel that way with depression and other mental issues. If you're upset and you need help from your friends and family, and sometimes feel like not everyone's always there. Depression is real and it's serious and it's not fun. I think sometimes people don't understand what it feels like to wake up in the morning, not want to get out of bed. You stay in bed as long as you can because you don't want to wake up. You don't want to get up and face the day. Face how much is today going to hurt? How much am I going to be sad? Because you know what? Emotions can cause physical pain. Chest tightening and just hurting, and it's not fun at all. I think people don't realize that. If you've never been depressed, it sucks to think, today, how much is today gonna hurt? How much am I gonna be reminded of this or that? How much are people gonna ignore me or do this or that? How much are my friends gonna just walk by and not notice how sad I am? And so on. I feel that sometimes people look at it like if someone's depressed a lot, it doesn't mean their depression isn't real. I've known people who get depressed a lot. They just are sensitive and they just get depressed a lot. And you still should be there for them if you're their friends. Don't just roll your eyes and think, oh, they get depressed all the time. No. Don't ever tell them, oh, you get depressed all the time, suck it up. Don't. And as a friend, I feel that if you have a depressed friend, don't just care right away and then stop. Because I've noticed that in my experience, this is how I'm feeling right now. I feel that, right when something happens, whatever, breakup or family dying or losing a friend, family member, whatever it is, everyone's right there for you. Your friends, your family, everyone's there for you. They care so much. And then after a period of time, if you don't get better fast enough, it seems they stop. They stop constantly, are you okay? How are you doing today? Being there for you, going out of their way to talk to you. I understand everyone has lives. We all have our lives. And you can't just stop your life for everyone else. But there's a difference between texting someone, saying, hey, talking to them, asking how they are, and just ignoring them. Or if someone looks sad, ask them what's wrong. Because sometimes I feel like, at least I've experienced, do they not notice or do they not care? Because I feel I'm that kind of person, and it sucks. But sometimes it's hard for me to go up to someone and say, I'm sad, please help me, I need to talk. There are people like that, and if your friends look upset or sad, talk to them. Even if it's someone you don't even know. A new kid in school or whatever. Go up and talk to them. And if it's your friend, you know them personally, and ask them what's wrong. And if they say I'm fine, and you know they're not fine, because trust me, we can all tell when our friends aren't fine, keep talking to them. Keep asking them what's wrong. Because sometimes people don't know how to ask for help. And trust me, if they look upset, they probably want help. They just don't know how to ask for it. I know that from experience. Um, and, you know, sometimes depression is irrational. Sometimes people look at it like, oh, um, you just get upset over stupid little things. And I know how that is. You're upset during the day, and especially if you have anxiety like me, have anxiety issues and your chest gets hurt, panic attacks, and I mean, you're usually on medication for it. No fun. It's just no fun. And the best thing for people to be there is be there for them. And don't think they're dumb for, like, if you trip or someone dies in a movie or show, you start freaking out, you know? And don't think you're crazy. If you're like me, I kind of thought I was weird for having to be on medication for something like that. But it's not that uncommon. I've known other people who had issues with anxiety or stuff like that. And even if you are on medication for depression, like happy pills or whatever, don't always look at it that way. You know, if you need help, you need help. It's and things that you should never say to someone who's depressed. Don't ever tell them, I don't care if you're depressed. I don't care if you get depressed. That's the worst thing you could ever say to someone, especially if they have a history of depression. You do something that might upset them or something upsets them, don't tell them, oh, I don't care if you get depressed. It's not, especially if you're a parent. If your kid commonly gets depressed, don't you ever tell them you don't care that they get depressed. Because family can be the most important thing to someone. They can be the most helpful. And don't ever tell people to go kill themselves. I hate that. I hate that so much. People on YouTube and Facebook and all these other places say, oh, you're ugly, go kill yourself, you're stupid, I hate your videos, go kill yourself, blah, 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 blah. No, it's not funny. Because, you know, what would you do if they actually went out and killed themselves? How would you feel, You know, would it be funny then? No, you don't know that person, probably. If you see him on YouTube, you probably don't know that person. And especially, I hate seeing it, especially it's a lot of people who are stereotypically emo looking or whatever get the hate a lot with go kill yourself. You're dumb, you know, go straighten your hair and kill yourself, blah, emo, blah, blah. You know, I just notice a lot of, because, you know, and it sucks, and no one should get hate like that, no matter what. You know, it's not just people who look emo or whatever, anyone. And that also goes with cutting. Cutting jokes are not funny. They've never been funny, and they never will be funny, ever. Cutting is serious. I've known people who cut themselves, and it hurts to see them go through that. It hurts me, it hurts their other friends, it hurts them. And telling someone to go cut themselves is not funny. I've seen people say, oh, go cut yourself, to someone who actually did cut themselves. And you know what? I wonder if that person would still say it if they knew they cut themselves. If they were a douchebag, they would, and they are a douchebag for telling them, oh, go cut yourself. You look at someone, I see that a lot of the times on YouTubers who, like, look emo or whatever, say, oh, go cut yourself, emo kid. It's not funny. Ever. You don't have to be emo to cut yourself. And you don't have to cut yourself to be emo. You know, with that being said, but it's not funny. And I've known people who've cut themselves, and it hurts me as their friend. And I try my best to help them. And everyone I've known who's cut themselves don't anymore. Because they've gotten help, and they've, their friends, me, and their other friends have talked to them and tried. If you know someone who cuts themselves, don't just sit by and let them do it. Talk to them and get them help. Even if you have to talk to a school counselor or their parents or trusted anyone else. Even if you have to get them help outside of your friend zone, get them help, because they probably need it. It's just, yeah, and get help. Go to your school counselors. And if you don't like your school counselor, go to a different one, because I know my school's multiple ones by your last name. Get help. And don't be afraid of therapy, because even if you go to, like, family therapy, they're not going to blame everything on you. They're not going to favor your parents. Trust me. It's probably going to be the opposite. I know someone who went to a counselor because they were really overly shy and really, introverted, and they blamed their mother because it was their mom's fault. They're not that their mom's a bad person, but they're probably not, the parents are probably they may not blame anyone, but don't be afraid of them blaming you. That's probably not going to happen. Even if you go by yourself, they're not going to, attack you over anything. Therapists are there to help you, and counselors and all that. Get help. I guess to finish this up, I want to say to anyone who's depressed, seek help. Even if it's hard. Talk to your friends. Talk to your best friend or your most trusted friends and get help. And if they won't help you, talk to your family. talk to a counselor, talk to anyone. And as friends, don't give up on your friends ever. Don't ever stop. Just because, even if they're upset about the same thing they've been upset about 3 months ago, don't give up on them. Because you have no idea how much it means to them that you're there for them and that you care. It means the world to them. Don't give up. I'm speaking from experience. They may be depressed about something or upset about something for a long time, but you being there helps them. And they may, be okay for a while, and then something brings it up. Just don't ever give up on them. Never stop showing that you care and love them. And if they're upset and talk to you, and then you see them in person, don't just ignore the issue. Keep talking to them about it. And until they say, I don't want to talk about it anymore. But I'm going to end this now because it's getting long. But just think about all that. Bye.